Now it should be live? Yeah, okay, we're live now. Okay, awesome. Yippee! Okay. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't from the get-go, but it's working now. Hello, hi Ruria, how are you going? Welcome to the stream. We're just gonna be playing some more of the Devil today, only for about 2 hours or so. From where we left off last time. And hopefully all the audio and everything is okay. It should be. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, that's still connected. Cool. Okay. Easy peasy. How are you going, Ruria? I am so tired, by the way. I only woke up like 10 minutes ago. Not that great, so I'll stay for a little bit and then sleep soon before work. Yeah, that's all good. Please do, please do. That's very important. Sleep is good, sleep is good. I'm gonna be getting ready to go clubbing tonight for the first time after the stream. I made a very nice outfit. A very dark, magey outfit. So it should be nice, should be nice. Gonna have a good little Friday night. There is an outline. And so this is where he died at the hospital. This is just where the medics found him. And it's the scene sensors and cameras they were wearing that create the basics for this arc. They didn't realize they were walking into a crime scene, but their body cams gathered data all the same. Where do we start? You can start by following behind me and trying to be as quiet as possible. I'm starting to get a feel for when she's pouting even without looking. Okay, that's right, we have to investigate the crime scene. Says here that when the medics arrived, he was on the floor face up. Does that tell you something? Hey, if you were going to drink a glass of poison, would you be sitting or standing when you did it? I find it very difficult to speculate on that hypothetical scenario. The seat by his body is pulled out. If he was seated when he lost consciousness, I would expect to find him slumped over on the table. But he wasn't found slumped over. No, he wasn't. And if he had been standing when he lost consciousness, I think he would have fallen forward, or at least collapsed less neatly. So, what can you conclude from that, Adonai? Only that I'm missing something. We sure are. There's a lot to check. A chessboard and a data pad with a series of characters on it. E4, C5, NF3, E6, D4, CX, D4, NX, D4. Okay, that's probably important. This is a game, a cipher, it's a cipher. Some kind of secret message, perhaps. Or Black has checkmate in 40 moves. Wow, a robot's that good at chess. We ought to put you in a museum. But I'll take your word for it. What do you mean? Do you not play, Adonai? No, especially not against David. Well, that is to be expected. Anyone who challenged Father to a battle of wits would naturally grow tired of losing. Every game starts the same. Oh yeah! Thank you for summoning everything. I forgot how long this is. Me getting absolutely abused by everything. Gotta keep that streak. Yes you do, yes you do. It is redeemable once per stream after all, thank you. Which reminds me, I totally forgot to enable the redeemables that are like of the devil specific. I need to do that real quick. If it even lets me change that on the fly. I'll see if it does. But like, yeah, I forgot to do that. 1 second. That's really important actually. Boom. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. That's good. Turn that off. Turn that off as well. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. There's only like 2 of the devil things anyway. But that's important. That's important. It's stream specific. It's stream specific. Okay, cool. I have no clue if that actually updated. Found a fun new game. The trees hate you. It's quite funny. Oh, okay. I might have to check that out. The trees hate you. That does sound... That has a very funny name. So, yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun. I love silly little games. I'm just a silly little mage who loves silly little games. Every game starts the same. Each player has the same pieces, the same moves, the same options. It's a true test of wit, strategy, and forethought. To me, it always seemed too boring, too fair. The smarter player wins every time. And that is something you take fault with. Of course. How's a gal like me supposed to win a game like that? Why do trees hate me though? I don't know. Why would they? Why would any... I don't know why anything would hate you, Toaster-san. You're too awesome. And I don't hate you. I love you. And thank you for coming to the stream. It's nice to see you. Am I that evil? No, not at all. Not at all. Not even a smidge. How are you going, Toaster-san? Hello. Hello. Hi, Toast. Yeah, hi, Toast. Ooh, we got more stuff to investigate. Okay. I always admired this view. The buildings gleam with reflections of holograms in sunlight, and the shadows obscure all the rundown, rotting parts of town. Maybe the view's secondary. Maybe all anyone really wants is to put as much distance between them and the street level as possible. Is it possible that a witness could have seen something through these windows? Not through these windows, no. David installed wide-spectrum auto tint in all his homes, all his cars. I didn't know that. Well, you wouldn't notice unless you were viewing the penthouse from more than... Why did he care so much about his windows? This is true. This is true. I'm doing great. How about everyone? Yay! I'm glad that you're doing great. That is awesome to hear. I hope that everyone's doing great overall. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a very happy little mage. No complaints, no complaints. I'm gonna be dressing up as a dark mage later and going to the club to dance with all the other mages. So that should be fun. One chair knocked over, probably where David was sitting. And one chair pulled out, a party of 2. He never cared much for socializing, but he enjoyed hosting. Contradictory guy. Police androids are monitoring the scene. Could almost mistake them for the real thing, the way they stand there trying to look important. Like an indoor dog taking its first trip to the park. Pardon? Why are you looking at it like you've never seen an android before? Because I haven't in person. David didn't even let you have a mirror. Brutal. The drink was spiked! Slash joking. I think it might have been, actually. I think it might have been. Just scan its GIN if you're that curious. Unless it's considered too forward, or whatever. Table. Better take a closer look. Yeah, there's heaps of stuff on here. Rose Wiverisky, 12 years old. You recognize it? Sure, he was more than partial to the brand. It's a good brand, only a bit overpriced, which is the bargain of a lifetime in David's world. It appears that the police have already tested its contents. No foreign matter present was their conclusion. Is it possible that the police missed the poison? No, even if they can't identify the poison, they can detect its presence by comparing samples of the whiskey to a bottle off the store shelf. So we can eliminate the possibility that the bottle of whiskey was poisoned. We'll have to find our smoking gun elsewhere. Yeah, so he wasn't poisoned through the whiskey. Okay, that's interesting. 2 cups, 1 empty, knocked over, and 1 mostly empty. These look cheap. Did his guest bring them? I've seen them before, in the basement liquor cabinet. He kept these lying around. I knew he regifted those crystal glasses I got him. Arcs say there's nothing foreign in the upright one, so it couldn't have been poisoned. Whiskey? Nah, give me rum. The cup could have been poisoned. That's true, the cup could have been. It could have been laced with something. Like on the rim. Results are inconclusive on the other cup, however. Looks burned dry. Must have been nothing but fumes left by the time this was considered a crime scene. Just not enough there for them to test. Inconclusive could mean... Inconclusive means inconclusive, that's all. Cheer up and read me the results of the fingerprinting. Father's prints are on both cups, as expected. But there are someone else's on the upright cup, so someone else must have been with him last night. Slow down. All that proves is that someone else touched the cup. Doesn't tell us when they did it. And since we don't know who the prints belong to... I do drink my cups too. Yeah, drinking cups is important. Cups of water, cups of water. Stay hydrated, everyone. Stay hydrated. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Please, drink water. Get that liquid into your body. Water is so yummy and crisp and cold. Or lukewarm. Adonai, why don't we know who the prints belong to? Are the prints flagged as unidentified or... No, there's a space for a name, but the field is black. Shit. Am I already that late to the action? Detective Reyes? Detective Reyes? I'm so bad at names. Reyes. I'm pretty sure Reyes makes sense. Just sound it out. Reyes. Yeah. There's a second set of prints on the cups. Is there a form you'd like me to sign? Doesn't matter how nicely you ask, sometimes people just can't answer. You should know that damn well, Madam Counselor. I was afraid you'd say that. I don't understand, Adonai. What does this mean? It means that whomever those prints belong to has very proactive representation. Those prints belong to a witness. As you've guessed, you're more than welcome to their testimony. But their identity is... The department is being very considerate of the witness's privacy, out of respect for their time and appreciation for their cooperation. Fine, forget the name. That easily? Subpoenas are always an option, but I'm short on time. What did the witness have to say for themselves, Detective? To paraphrase, they came to see Dr. Ashur last night. The two of them talked and they had a drink together. Then the doctor got sick, so they activated the emergency system from the panel in the kitchen. The EMTs came and took them both to the hospital. Ashur's condition got worse. All the witnesses' vitals were normal. the witness had their vitals taken, then there should be a record of their admission at Gatesfield. And that's it. I'm guessing you didn't just take all of that on faith. Penumbra is set up in most of the rooms on this floor. Everything the witness told us was corroborated by the building's own surveillance system. So yes, we can guarantee that the witness never put anything into Assure's drink. I'm guessing that I can't have the keys to the Penumbra, can I? Not until the witness's lawyers are done reviewing it. Lawyers, plural. I don't have time to trade jabs with the law officers of Johnson, Johnson, Johnson & Johnson. Say, how about I give you their business card? The law officers of Koshla, Gustav, Prince and Prince. I was close. No way I'll be getting any client information out of them directly. If all of you bloodsuckers want to get together and tear each other apart, text me before you start. Welcome back, Maria. I'd like to watch. Yeah, I bet you'd like to watch. What does that even mean? I don't know, I needed a moment to think. So that was it. One chat, one peek at the cams, and you've already eliminated them as a suspect. Look, they were searched. They didn't have any poison, any drugs, not even a stick of gum. Even if they somehow did have poison on them, the camera footage confirms they had no opportunity to use it. They drank from the same bottle. As a dead man, as far as the department's concerned, they were nearly the second victim. The computer decided now was a good time to restart and do updates. Oh, I hate when that happens. Well, welcome back there, but yeah, I hate when that happens. Why do these computer things do that? Why? These computer creatures, they love to update randomly. What a strange, strange conjuring of magic. But they aren't dead, or even ill from the sound of things. So you think he poisoned his own cup beforehand, then poured for the both of them from a safe bottle? That's what the evidence is telling us. There's nothing in the bottle or the witness's cup. But after drinking from his cup, a cup he prepared himself, he fell ill and the witness didn't. And Assure died with a foreign substance in his body. They love to update around 2 AM. Yeah, that is not great at all. Jeez, it's 2 AM for you right now? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah, definitely, please get some sleep soon. An identified foreign substance. Suicide by poison. Let's check the evidence real quick before we continue. Because we've gotten more of that. So David's cup. So the plastic cup that David Assure was drinking from before he died. Forensic analysis shows matches for his fingerprints and saliva, but toxicology tests have proven inconclusive. Too much of the whiskey was drunk and or evaporated. Oh yeah, true. Just does that over time. Upright cup. A plastic cup with a small amount of whiskey left in it, found upright on the dining table at the scene of the crime. Saliva and fingerprints match an unknown individual. Contains no traces of foreign elements. Okay. I also like how the evidence you haven't read goes to the top. That's kind of nice. A bottle of Rose River whiskey found on the dining table at the scene of the crime. Forensics analysis shows no foreign elements or toxins known to be a brand favored by the deceased. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, there's not too much else there at the moment. I get that you were close and simple explanations aren't all that satisfying, but that's life. One last thing. You said he prepared his cup himself. Did you see that on camera? He left the parlor to get the drinks and came back with his already poured. The witness says he got them from the basement. The witness says that, not the cameras. There's no cams in the lab or the basement. That seems like a security hazard. Why would Noble not set things up more carefully? it's intentional. If cams of his lab ever got hacked, outsiders could steal his IP and kick Noble's monopoly to the curb. Right. David did complain about Noble's weird protocols for combating corporate espionage. At least we can take comfort in knowing that Father wasn't alone when he died. Yeah, that's worth investigating. 100%. Spilled alcohol. The arc shows how it looked last night before it evaporated. No foreign substances in the puddle. It's clean. Sir, does that mean wherever his spill came from must be clean as well? Password locked, but already cracked by the police, it seems. All the docs would take home safe, nothing spicy. When was it last used? 7:48 PM. Okay, so that's good to know. Still reading work emails only a few minutes before he committed suicide. Morbid. There's a lot of messages marked priority that breadcrumb their way back to an article. Oh, okay, we have an article to read. Warm android blood saved soldier's life. In a stunning and heroic episode, one of our nation's brave soldiers had their life saved by a noble android. And in a way that no other competitor's product could, a brave private, name withheld, was wounded during a military operation whose exact nature and location is currently classified. Bleeding badly and far from the nearest triage station, he was carried to safety by his fellow freedom fighter. Thank you for throwing Morgan at me. I love pretty women.
Morgan.
Pretty women. Also, I did fix the Pulcra redeem for next ZZZ stream, so that's all fixed up. I realized what the issue was. It had too long of a delay at the start, and because of that, it was actually killing its, basically killing the force. So it couldn't hit me, because it didn't have enough force to. So I just made the wait time shorter, so that it still had enough of a boost to hit me. So yeah, that's all fixed. It was also doubling its wait time, which was the other issue. So it was running 2 commands at once. An Animate 16 Enforcer, one of the few warm androids being currently tested out by the armed forces. The android didn't just sit there and wait for evac. Thank you, thank you.
02 just conjured bet.
Thank you for all the chips, thank you. Currently tested out by the armed forces, but the android didn't just sit there and wait for evac. It opened up its own arteries and pumped life-saving UD, universal donor, synthetic plasma into the young man's veins. Well, that's creepy, but cool. Stabilizing him long enough for him to reach a military hospital. Huh. Gotta make sure they work. Yeah, thank you. 100%, 100%. I have no doubt he'd be dead if there was any other android fighting alongside him, said one commanding officer who asked not to be named. I always thought Noble was only good at making ads that looked good. Now I know they've got something inside them that no one else can compete with. The story brings a well-deserved shot in the arm to Noble's stock prices and market share. If this one heroic moment, Noble's Warman androids have proven themselves to be worth their price tag, and then some people in the capital are paying attention. It's certainly an interesting idea, Senator Maffing said when asked about committing to a military contract for Noble to provide the armed forces with war models. This story has got people talking. If we just ignore our constituents' feelings on this on this matter, we'd be neglecting our duty as politicians, and I know none of my peers would ever try to put a price on the life of one of our soldiers. While additional details about the incident have remained closely guarded, the net is already ablaze with talk of, "Oh damn, you're not logged into this device. Why don't you pop your user details down below and enable crumbs so you can get the user experience you deserve?" Hell no! Okay. This is that article that I've seen going around. But why would Noble have it marked as priority? Starling said they weren't in any rush to pat each other on the back over it, even though they'd won themselves a real prize. Military contract, yeah. They now have the excuse they need to pressure the military into a contract for warm androids. Can't dismiss the expensive upgrade as unnecessary now that it's saved a soldier's life. This time next year, there'll be pink oxidizing fluid being spilled all over the globe. Seems like that's everything critical on this side of the room. Which leaves the kitchen. You said there's camera footage of the dining room showing David and his guest. What about in here? Only cameras in the kitchen. Only camera in the kitchen is the one mounted on the core terminal. The console took a snap image when the witness ran in to contact emergency services. May I see it? Not unless you scrape the witness's face off the pic first. Don't tempt me. Okay, we got glasses. 3 unwashed dishes and a single glass. Oh, thank you for contributing to the Just Chatting stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. Riaz, these dishes haven't been scanned for prints yet. And I just assumed you might want to do your job. Yeah, there are prints. Most match the victim. But there's also... Huh? Hey! Don't sneak up on me like that. All I did was walk over to you. You knocked over the salt, Adonai. I was focused on the task at hand. Didn't realize tunnel vision was a selling point on your mod. Adonai, the salt. As I was saying, the witness's prints are on that glass. That glass in the sink. They were drinking from cups in the parlor. Did you see a glass on camera? No. So when did they touch this glass? Oh, when did they? Oh, we got more stuff. Witness testimony. Statements made by the singular witness to David Assure's suspected poisoning and death, corroborated by video evidence. The witness arrived at 7:30 p.m. Okay, and he was reading emails after that. The witness spoke with David Assure in his parlor before he left to retrieve liqueur from his basement at 7:36 p.m. Okay. Upon returning at 7:38 p.m., the two of them continued speaking while they both drank. David Assure felt lethargic and disorientated shortly after 8 p.m. David Assure lost consciousness at 8:03 p.m. EMs were called from the emergency console in the kitchen at 8:04 p.m. Interesting. David Assure and the witness were taken to Gatesfield Memorial Hospital at 8:08 p.m. Okay. I see. Water glass. A glass of water found in the sink of David Assure's kitchen bears the DNA and fingerprints of the unknown witness. No trace of any poison. Whiskey found spilled on the dining room table. After evaporating for most of the night, there's little left to test. No foreign compounds have been found, but the results were deemed inconclusive. Okay, so that's everything for now. You need to toss it over your shoulder. Witness must have thought about giving the guy some water, but he would have just choked on it if they had tried. What, you think this glass was the murder weapon? It's bad luck, Adonai. Whacked him on the back of the head so fast it went between video frames. That's genius. You should go through the footage frame by frame to prove your theory. Mature. It's bad luck. Well, thank you for throwing myself at myself.
Thank you. Voidella.
I keep forgetting to turn off the little like text-to-speech thing. That's okay. What you've been going on about? The salt? Shouldn't a machine be above petty superstition? It's not a superstition, it's an ancient wisdom. Give me one logical reason to care then. If too much salt spills onto your food, it'll make you gag. Maybe it's on me for setting the bar too low there. Okay. We have some more stuff. Messy workspaces, but a pristine kitchen. David was a good cook, but only for others. Unless he had a guess, he'd happily eat instant ramen and protein bars for all 3 meals. Or 2, or 1. Literally me for real. I would eat instant ramen every single day. I love ramen, even instant ramen. No signs of food prep to be found, not so much as a cheese board. So, whoever this guest was, they must have shown up unannounced. This is where the emergency call was made. What time did the call go out? 8:04 p.m. Before you ask, the witness left the parlor at 8:03 p.m. Not enough time for them to alter the scene. I wasn't going to ask that. When did the medics arrive? 8:08 p.m., remember? Hell of a response time for a penthouse. Private EMs came by air. Yeah, they landed on the VTOL pad you saw outside and took them to Gatesfield. The very best, if you can afford it. Looking around here, seems like he could afford a lot. He got his insurance through his employer, just like most people. Catsius Executive Plan IV isn't like most people, Counselor. He had executive level. Not like most people at all. Yeah, not at all, not at all. Anything else up here? Okay, there's the door. Oh, it's the fridge, okay. David's fridge. Normally I wouldn't go poking in a pantry at a crime scene, but this was a poisoning. Some white wines chilling in the drawer, some real cheap liquor stuffed in the icebox. Old habits. Riaz, you said he left the parlor and came back with that whiskey from the basement. Huh? That's what the cam show, yeah. Thank you for slapping me with a wet cold fish.
Just conjured fish.
I love wet cold slaps apparently. There's plenty to drink right here, and unlike the cabinet downstairs, it's actually cold. He must have wanted Rose River in particular. What's that look for? You hungry? I am an android. I do not get hungry. Are you being sarcastic? Only mostly. I thought you said you required organic nourishment. I do ingest organic substances, but that doesn't mean that I experience hunger as you do. So, when you don't ingest organic substances, for a long time, it fell out of the pantry. Damn, they must be keeping a lot of fish in that pantry. They must be. They must be. Or in the fridge, anyway. Why is there a fish in the pantry? That raises concerns. I become tired. What a great feature. And when I'm done digesting, I don't need to know. You've now had the chance to survey the crime scene. Yeah. So, do you think you know what happened? Detective, is his body still at the hospital morgue? Yeah, he's at Gatesfield. Along with a 100 noble megs who've all called dibs. Then I'll just have to cut in line. Sarah, get me a ride to Gatesfield Memorial. What? You can't do that. You can do that, can't you? I can. But I need your payment information to get started. Yeah, okay. Understood. On my way down. Got it? Sync complete. Set pickup for 10 minutes. Should be plenty. The crowd down there seems to have gotten quite large. 10 minutes to reach the pickup spot may be an ambitious target, Adonai. How bad can it be? Oh, it's probably going to be really bad. 12:21 p.m., July 1st, 2086. As I approach the lobby's exit, the building's soundproofing begins to fail. The crowd has gotten bigger, but there's something else happening out there. The energy's not panicked yet, but it's creeping up on the tipping point. Are this many people pissed at Noble for selling androids? The hell's got them all so excited? Donai, what does that symbol mean? In this rabble, probably something vulgar. Which one? That heart with a bullet hole. Oh. It's the heartbreak. It's the little... Yeah, the heartbreak killer. The little heartbreak symbol. It's the logo of the game. I don't know. It's probably nothing. Ooh. That's cool. That's a cool little twist. They're there for her. They're not there for, Dr. Ashur. Thank you for bonking me.
Nigeria02
Thank
just
you.
100 bonk.
I require all the bonks. Stay hydrated. Based on net associations, it appears to be a symbol for the heartbreak killer. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would that freak have a symbol, or a following, or these, whatever these people are? And why the hell would they be outside David Ashur's apartment? His Noble's trying to cover up the truth. They are? There's Megs in there scrambling to shred every document they can. We need to strike together, form a perimeter, and try to catch them when they go to dump the scraps. Sarah, what are you hoping to find? Oh, they think, okay. Never mind, they just think Noble's covering it up. Little did they know, the killer's right here, staring them in the eyes. Right in the face. Proof that Ashur was killed for trying to blow the whistle. Blow the whistle? On heartbreak. Nobody doesn't want the world to know what that A16 is sentient and homicidal. Oh, that. Yeah, that. You think that heartbreak is an android? You think whoever did all that was human? Yeah, oh. Oh wow, that bugged out. That bugged out. You should have got that. You should have got that, Raria. You got scammed. You got absolutely scammed. I'm so sorry. Noble's advanced prototype went amok and started killing. Started killing random people. Guambo! I love Guambo so much! Why does Guambo keep dying? Don't be a lamb, it only looks random. There's a clear pattern, as long as you're smart enough to see past the bullshit. Okay. And how does one see past the, bullshit? Stop engaging. Smart kid, she gets it. She's asking the right questions. What the hell are you talking about? No way those victims weren't related. It's gotta be deniable ops. They must all have been in... they must have all been in DR together before getting their records bleached. Then, as soon as they outlived their usefulness... What are you, nuts? Everyone knows the first 6HK got to were the 6 prototypes that came before him. All androids so perfect, no one could tell the diff. A bullet to the heart's the only way he could kill those over-engineered freaks. Everyone's got a goddamn opinion. I see. Stop seeing. Stop moving. These people are insane. Oh, I just realized, because I've been like crouching down. I've been shrimping so hard that she has not been moving much. Okay, there we go. Why don't you eat some more corn slop, asshole? You think you can be the cyberpunk without ever thinking for yourself? You think it's a coincidence victim number 6 is working on Harco crops? They're putting something in the food. Those people, Heartbreak, this is a goddamn embarrassment. The hell am I paying taxes for if the state can't shut this shit down? What about you, Adonai? What do you think about this Heartbreak figure? They're just a murderer. Should be caught and sentenced like any other murderer. Talking about herself like that is crazy. But they must have some reason for doing such terrible things. Aren't you curious? Why? Are some reasons for committing murder better than others? They might have experienced trauma or abuse. They might have... Millions of people experience trauma and abuse every day. Millions. And yet there's only one heartbreak. So you think that they were just born that way? That's my guess. That's unsatisfying. Sad. I don't see why it would be. If Heartbreak was born like that, then they never had a chance to be anything else. If Heartbreak was born like that, then none of us normal people have to ever worry about turning out like that. That kind of predestination, it means they never have to take responsibility for what they are. The state can make them take responsibility. As soon as they catch them. You make it sound so trivial. They're a very dangerous serial killer. Just a serial killer. Just. If HK shot someone every day, it would take 1,132 years and about 11 months. In order to have killed 413,789 people. You did that in your head? I'm good at mental math. You counted the leap years. But what is the significance of that number? Deaths within 18 months of the Blake Fort industrial disaster. Times that number by 2 for the injuries. Tack on another 183% for the birth defects. 413,000 dead, and there wasn't anything evil about it. Just human error, some shoddy wielding, and time. Or welding, some shoddy welding. So you think that Heartbreak is nothing by comparison? Perhaps that is the problem, then. If they're nothing, if they represent nothing, then they can stand for whatever the crowd wants them to. Please make way. Officials are coming through. Please disperse. Keep walking, pigs. Fascists! No more is the cops. Hey, early cups they build in their factories. Yo, it's London. I love London. Also, we should have more evidence. Emergency console. A Penumbra security console located inside David Shaw's kitchen, used to contact emergency services when he fell unconscious. A private emergency service was contacted at 8:04 p.m, and medics arrived at the helipad outside via VTOL at 8:08 p.m. Said private emergency services contracted through David Shaw's Caduceus Executive IV Insurance Plan. I see, okay. Executive IV Plan. David Shaw's health insurance policy with Caduceus, paid for through Noble Electronics, includes private EMS services on standby. Caduceus only offers 3 levels of employer provided plans that outrank it. Outrank. I'm just making new words. A salt shaker that was accidentally knocked over during the investigation. The cap was loose, and so salt spilled all over the countertop next to the sink. Spilled salt is an omen of bad luck, according to some. Consuming too much salt at once will make you gag, according to Sarah. Okay, so that's all the evidence. And we obviously have that article as well, if we need it. Very funny. Why are we tolerating this shit? You want me to wade into the crowd with a nightstick? Prove him wrong? You know what I mean. We're the only people in the city trying to do some goddamn good, and they all just... That's part of our job, detective. No offense, ma'am, but wearing a police badge earns you a little more hate then. Do they give prosecutors badges? I have an ID for the parking garage. Does that count? Depends. You ever hesitate to wear it in the open? This moral relativism of yours seems like a strange philosophy, so for someone in your profession, Adonai. Breaking out the thesaurus on me. I'm only being realistic and humble. I'm just one woman, Sarah. Whatever I do, right or wrong, it's less than a % rounding error in the grand scheme of things. Do you tell that to your clients? No, but they come to appreciate it when I win. I don't mean cops in particular. The same deal applies to anyone who works for the state. The terms are stark, but the ink dried a long time ago, and we all agreed to them. I don't recall voting for it. Well, not voting is how these things come to pass, sir. We traded freedom for safety, individual rights for collective power. The state won, the citizens lost. The very least we can do is take that criticism head on. Look, I don't have a problem with the responsibilities of authority. Only with authority being challenged. But they treat us like we're the bad guys. Well, sometimes we are. Sometimes the law is wrong. Sir, if any given individual is too small to ever affect change... If the public's gonna hate us no matter what we do... And if corporations and governments will trample over people at the same time, regardless of their character, and if we can't even be sure we're doing the right thing, what do you do, Adonai? What the hell do we do? I think it's pretty simple. It's not as complicated as you think. In times like these, in a world like this, the only logical way to live is, the only moral way to act is, do whatever it takes to win. If I'm insignificant in the grand scheme of things, I can do my worst and no one will notice. If power is inherently evil, holding back won't save your soul. Just fight with both barrels, and trust the opposition to do the same. Winner takes all. EP. I think that's the end of chapter 1, because that felt very, very much like the end. Or not? Or not? It might not be. Okay, 12:59 PM, July 1st, 2086. Gatesfield Memorial Hospital. Okay, no, there's a lot more actually. That's cool, that's cool. Thank you. You're a lifesaver. And the next time that Brazilla texts you, just turn your phone off. Chatty guy must have been due to go on break. We're gonna save as well, just to make sure we don't lose any progress. When he tried and failed to find the witness's medical record, his datapad had the name blacked out. Hello, Hedgehogism! 1930s Monster Henchman voice. Hey, boss! Sorry I'm late. Won't be happening again, boss. Hey, what's up, Hedgehogism? Welcome to the stream. How you going, girly pop? But I did see that they have a Caduceus Executive 3, more expensive than David's, which means they most likely... How did you do that? You need to hold the button to get the doors to close faster. Mashing does nothing. That is not what I meant. There were many others who arrived before us. How did you get us down here so quickly? I woke up with blood in my mouth and mysterious bruises and dried cuts in the most random places, so surely that's of no concern / silly. Huh? Excuse me? Are you okay? What do you mean? Mysterious bruises and dried cuts? I think I was just thrashing around my sleep or something. Yeah, you must have been. Because I'm like, how else does that even happen? Do you have any other animals in the house? Like, do you have any pets? Anything that could have done that to you? Because that is so interesting and concerning. I did have some pretty spooky dreams. Yeah, okay, that probably contributed to it then, most likely. Yeah, because that is very concerning. Nah, just an old lady dog who doesn't have a brain cell in her noggin. Ah, okay, that's good at least. So we can rule that one out. We gotta do some detective work on this, because, yeah, that is interesting. I wonder, have you been anywhere specifically where you might have got the cuts and bruises from? Or like, because yeah, that's so random. Well, I didn't do anything. It was that nurse who escorted us. Yes, but you managed to get a stranger like him to help you with so few words, so little information. I don't think you even gave him your name. Haven't you heard of the golden rule? I have, because it's part of, it's an art thing. The golden rule, well, actually, the golden rule / golden ratio, but anyway. So yeah, never mind. Different golden rule. Sorry for lag, by the way. My laptop is being powered via a potato battery I rubbed from a 4th grader / joking. Don't worry. A lot of cases. I haven't been anywhere in days, bed rotting style, lol. That's fair. You need a break anyway. So I'm glad you're bed rotting. That's good. Everyone needs that every now and then. I spent like 2 hours yesterday trying on all my different Dark Mage outfits to try and find a good outfit to go to the Dark Mage Club later. With a bunch of other Dark Mages. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, clubbing on a Friday night with a little bit of magic. But also, I was like, oh my god, wait, I'm actually so hot. I made myself flustered. So yeah, that's fun. Of course I have. Treat others how you would want to be treated. Wrong. Treat others how they would want to be treated. He wanted someone that he could vent to. He wanted someone to pay attention to him, and he wanted to feel appreciated, which meant he'd be eager to help given the chance. Worst part of the random cuts is that they vaguely look like self-inflicted cuts, so that's gonna be fun constantly explaining to people. Too hot for Erdy. Yeah, that will be fun. Yeah, that is concerning. Very concerning. But I'm glad to know that they aren't self-inflicted, that's good. Clubbing, woo! Yeah, I've never been, so I'm going with a bunch of other women, so that should be fun. Hopefully it goes well. I've never been to a club a day in my life because I'm spooked at everything. No, that's totally fine. I have been very nervous too as well, and I didn't want to do it by myself, but I never had the opportunity to try it with anyone, so I'm doing that now, yippee. So yeah, it should be good, But yeah, it's, I am dressing up as a dark mage, hee, which is basically all black, I mean. All black. Fishnets, yeah. Even just reading someone's mood is quite difficult. How can you know how another person wants to be treated? There are no mind readers. No one can ever know anything about what anyone's thinking. Maybe not even themselves. Doesn't matter if they're your parent, your twin, your lover, it will always be a gamble. That is not a very comforting sentiment. Well, I think it's fun. On the upside, I've been playing a lot of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and I think the game should be called Luigi's Awesome Bean Adventure, where everyone wants him carnally, and he's epic at everything he does, and also Mario is there. That is such an anime name. Because there's so many animes now that have, like, the longest names, and mangas as well, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why is the name so long? Everyone wants Luigi so bad, and who could blame them? Luigi's cool, Luigi's cool. He's a cool dude. Just like another cool dude, aka Papyrus. We love Papyrus. Only because you're good at it. How did you get good at it? Same as anything. Observation and practice. You must have been observing and practicing for a very long time then. So we proceed down the hall, bear left, look for the 4th door. I'm gonna open the one that says morgue on it. Oh, who's this character? Oh, I like them. I like them a lot. Oh, she's cool. Actually, I don't know their gender yet, so I shouldn't assume, but also, they're very cool. I love the centipede tattoo. That's so sick. And, like, the half, like, the armored arm. Oh, it's such a cool design. And then, like, the see-through kind of, like, holographic clothing. They're so cool. And the piercings, and whoa, I love her. Them. I don't... Still, I need to figure out, the gender, but still, they are very, very nice looking. Whoa. Crazy. This is peak. This arm is peak. I love this. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop being... I'm gonna stop being... super... Yeah, anyway. Favorite design in the game. There's a badge in the game that increases your attack power by... Thank you for the super bonk. My ears are dead.
Area02 just conjured super bonk.
That increases your attack power by 1 for each mushroom item in your inventory. Mushrooms are the cheapest item in the game. I will kill God with a glare. That's actually so fun. You should. That would be so fun, just stacking your attack. That's so fun. Hot. Who said that? You know, actually hot. Super hot. Anyway, to help you snap out of it, thank you. I've snapped out now. I've snapped out. Okay, I gotta drink water and think of a voice for this character. Hey. Come on in. Don't stand out there in the...
Hedgehogism just conjured
cold wouldn't be
check.
accurate. Sorry about the chill in here, but I run a little hot. Okay, I like them. I like them a lot. Oh, thank you for the posture check. I actually need to stop shrimping. I'm shrimping so hard. My back is so curved. God, I need to stretch as well. There we go. And you can see my roommates never complain. Yumi Satur, medical examiner. Dr. Satur! Just the lady I wanted to see. Okay, lady. Okay, she is a she. She do be a woman. She is so pretty. I love her. My favorite design in the game so far. I am very attracted to this design. I have writer's block and the script is due in a week. Oh no. That's difficult. That is difficult. Shrimp Ella Astaris. We gotta make that a thing. We gotta make that an emote. We have to make that an emote. Or like an emoji or something. That would... We have to. That's perfect. Shrimp Ella Astaris. I love that. I need to figure out this lousy bandicoot's motivation that is equal to the koala's motivation so that neither's motivation is more important than the other, but still different. Ah, I see. But what is more important than love? Flips table. This is true. Love is super important. Love is super duper important. But yeah, no, that's hard. Trying to equalize the motivations can be very difficult for characters. But love helps. Love is pretty equal. Though I didn't expect that I'd get to. The fact that they've been assigned a medical examiner and not some ad or junior means... You can just call me Yumi. And you're... Morgan, I represent the deceased. The deceased? The deceased, Assure D. Wait, really? That's weird. I thought this time slot was scheduled for a group of noble PR people. I know, weird, right? Well, what the hell do I know? Was getting tired of hosting Megs anyway. I gotta finish typing up this report before we talk shop. But in the meantime, feel free to make yourself at home. I love her so much. I love her. I love her so much. She's my favorite character. And we only just met. I'm so normal. Chat. I'm so normal. The power of friendship. Exactly. The power of friendship. A classic. What's this? The hospital's getting renamed. No. Guess it's some other hospital that got snapped up. Hospital renamed to Fenk. Ikaria family. In a ribbon-cutting ceremony held uptown today, Clutter Memorial Hospital was formally renamed the Northeastern Ikaria Medical Complex in recognition of the family's incredibly generous donations over the last several years. Basically, it's two co-workers who compete in a contest for a day off where the loser has to fill in for a shift with a co-worker they both hate. I see. Charlotte the koala's motivation to win is to have a day off for a date with her crush. I need an equally important and understanding... an equally understanding... gosh, I can't read today. I need an equally important and understandable motivation for the Bandicoot that would be emphasizable, but also would drive him to attempt to sabotage Charlotte's chances. I see. Okay, let me break this down, because my brain is only half working today at the moment, because I'm so eepy. Okay, I see. He needs to get a day off for a date, basically. Yeah, no, I have no clue. I'm so sorry, I have no clue. My brain is not thinking right now at all. Luigi, what do I do? Oh, I forgot to pack food? No, what do you mean? You don't have any food? Please eat something. Oh, good, lol, I'm sure I'll come up with something. Yeah, I'm sure you will. You're smart. You're a smart cookie. It's the latest in a string of there's so many words I struggle with. Philanthropic efforts by the family to result in a name change after they paid for the renovations to the orchestra hall and the retrofitting of what used to be known as the Scout Arena. But it wasn't so long that the Ikaria were better known for drawing blood than donating it. Back before the 50s, they had a fearsome reputation for cutthroat business practices that had their business rivals going so far as to accuse them of involvement with organized crime. After the founding of Renigen Medical over 25 years ago and its subsequent sale, the Ikaria have moved out of the business world and into the upper echelons of society that are sometimes mockingly referred to as the near-ability, a generation of newly minted aristocrats born from the unique and chaotic economics of the mid-21st century and the Red Decade. When asked her opinion on those who'd label her family house Ikaria at the hospital's renaming ceremony, Renigen board member Mirai Ikaria had this to say: "In this country, anyone can make a name for themselves so long as they're willing to put in the work. Mock new money all you want, but the truth is that success is all about reinventing yourself, and the only ones uncomfortable with it are we're working hard to print out the rest of your article, character by character. It's tough work, but we'd be able to go about it a lot faster if you'd leave a tip. Want to drop your payment info in the jar? Oh, hell no." I could get a bag of chips from the store, but also if I eat another bag of those chips, I'll lose my mind, but it's all I can afford. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, how much is a bag of chips? How much is a bag of chips? Because I'm gonna be the evil Voidella for a second. I'm gonna say it's not all you can afford, but it's all that you are willing to stomach. Because you could probably get something cheaper that's also healthier, like fruit, for example, right? Like a banana or an apple or something like that, something with nutrition. But nah, you want the bag of chips because it's crunchy, it's unhealthy. And what does our brain crave? Our brain craves fat a lot of the time and sugar. My dentist appointment cancelled, so now nothing has any consequence forever. Chugs a billion acidic drinks. Oh my god, are you Queen? Queen with the acid? $2, yeah, so $2 bucks. I have $7, but I don't like dipping my wallet below $5 because it sends me spiraling into anxiety like a fool. Well, that's fair. Having no money is fun, obviously. Yeah, having no money is not fun at all. But yeah, that is very understandable. That is very understandable. Hey, I highly recommend, like, I know it's not the best thing in the world, but it is healthier and it does actually have more vitamins in it. Like, try getting just like an apple or like any sort of fruit that you actually enjoy eating. Because it will give you enough vitamins and enough energy for most of the day. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. As a silly little mage who, yeah. This is true, yeah. Trust. Plus it also has natural sugars, which are very important for your brain. The Icaria, guess they weren't always in the same line of work. Now they're plastering their name wherever to get themselves a... Healthcare monopoly? Healthcare monopoly. No, that was the wrong answer. Buying up all the hospitals they can so they can charge whatever they like. Doesn't make much sense. They can get their name on the building if they donate enough. Yeah, whoopsies. It was the other one. It was the other one. It makes sense. A new name for themselves. A new image. But there are a lot of subtler, cheaper ways of influencing the decision-making that goes on inside. Whoa, thank you for throwing the Pretty Women at me. Thank you so much. I love Pretty Women. That's a lot of screens. There's gotta be diminishing returns on productivity. Why do you have so many monitors, ma'am? You can't just ask someone that. Good question. Every quarter when they do an inventory and budgeting, they ask me if I need anything, and I never do, so I submit a blank form. But I guess a while back, there was a +1 in a spreadsheet somewhere, and no one's ever corrected it, and so... Boom! I have 4 new monitors every year. Damn, that's pretty epic. That's pretty epic. Do you run out of things to use them for? Ultimate Goon Cave. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks, Uni Wi-Fi, lagging like hell. Unwilted rose emoji. Oh no. Oh no. What badge is that? What badge is that? Sometimes, but this year I've started running 2 dramas at once when I'm doing rote work, which helps. Watching 2 television shows at the same time helps you do rote work? Gwumber! Oh my gosh, I love seeing Gwumber, but they keep dying. Why do they keep dying? Can someone please scientifically fact check the reason of why Gwumber dies? Because I have no clue. Why does Gwumber keep exploding? Why is the happiest little creature in the world exploding? This makes no sense. Helps me use up the screens. I see.
Hedgehog isn't just
what?
Tell
an embarrassing story? Oh no, I have to think again. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay, I gotta think really hard. I really need to write a list of things that I can, like, that I can actually, like, just, like... I need to write a list of embarrassing stuff. So I don't have to think as hard. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh no, I can't say that. Never mind. I was like, oh, that is super embarrassing, but also I literally can't say that. That is definitely way too TMI. Okay. Oh no, my brain is stuttering. Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. No, first table / turkey. Yeah, I literally can't say that. That would yeah. That's way too embarrassing, even for my standards. Hydrate. Oh, thank you. I will hydrate. Okay. Embarrassing story. Oh no, why am I so bad at this? I'll have to get back to you on that. I literally can't think of one right now. Are these all dead bodies? The worst part about having writer's block for the script is that the script has to be grounded and realistic, and realism is something I'm not used to writing. I write fairies killing gods and uncovering sci-fi government conspiracies, not taxes and milk. Yeah, that's weird. Why does it have to be realistic? That's kind of boring. Realism is boring. One would hope so. I only meant that I'm surprised to see them stored here. It suggests a backlog, which suggests a higher murder rate than the public data would lead on to expect. Do you only examine bodies for the police, Doctor? Oh, I wish. Most of my job involves confirming COD on natural deaths for insurance adjustments. Insurers want to blame the mud for failing. Mud makers want to blame the stiff for not exercising enough. Family says the company insurance plan would pay for muds, but not a gym membership. Yeah, that whole wall there is suspected defective liver muds. Suspected leaking internal batteries. Suspected CCIC. CCIC. Climate change induced complications. You can prove that climate change contributed to an otherwise natural death. Thank you for the love. Thank you.
Throw some love at me.
It's being written with the assumption that it's a live-action student short film. Ah, okay, gotcha. Even though once this class is done, I'm gonna rewrite it the way it was always intended to be written, as a semi-surreal, chaotic comedy. I see. Okay, that kind of makes more sense then. Very, very rarely. If it can be proved, what does that mean for the family of the deceased? Plus or minus 14% of the life insurance payout. I love that she has, like, this armored arm. It's so sick. I mean, it's most of what I do, and I don't dislike my job. It's just... so much of what I do just boils down to telling a bunch of cheapskates how to split the dead man's bill. It's enough to make homicide feel like a breath of fresh air. I like her a lot. She finishing up over there? Right, okay, so what's up? Thanks for your time, Dr. Seto. My first question would be... Well, thank you for bonking me. Thank you.
Bonk.
I just got a banger notification that's like, show your whole lot of meat. Wait, what? Show your whole lot of meat with 200 stars, which is certainly a suggestion. Wait, you get notifications for the redeems and stuff? I didn't even know that. That is so funky. Show you a whole lot of me with 200 stars. That is such a wacky notification. That's crazy. Thank you, Twitch. That's a crazy notification. That is actually criminal. I'm so sorry that you are constantly getting picked on by the auto mod and the notifications and everything. What was the cause of death? Oh wow, hi there, cute android. I didn't even realize it was. Oh, she might be fruity. Really cute. The skin is... that's remarkable. Even just looking close, you can tell they really are warm. Still not quite human body temperature, but they've come a long way. The early gens all looked flushed. Felt like they were always running a fever, and they ran like it too. Even 2 years ago, the average warm android only lasted. Sorry, but the circumstances are surrounding this particular case call for expediency? I'm so... like, efficiency. Right. I love her. She's so queer-coded. Anyway. Twitch is bullying me. I'm just a girl. I wish a lady would call me a cute android. I'm so gay. Honestly, same. I wish as well. I wish as well, and pretty woman. Right. Sir, what can I tell you? Touch screen. The police mentioned a touch screen. Yeah, that's the thing. They ran a touch screen when they first arrived. Typical diagnostic intake procedure. Based on the emergency call, they figured he must have overdosed on something, but the touch screen gave them nothing. After he died, we performed the broadcast screenings possible. Nothing. So, were you forced to conclude this was a natural death? I didn't give up that easy. Okay, so before Sunday, I gotta do a bunch of background concept art, finish this script beat sheet so I can begin working. 180-degree turn around of a room and a very detailed drawing of an object with an emphasis on lighting. I need a break, dog. Yeah, you do. That is quite a lot of stuff. So, okay. Yeah, that is a lot of stuff. Good luck. I definitely recommend, yeah, you gotta lock in, That's the only way you gotta lock in. I took blood samples and compared their makeup with what was on record in his previous medical history. And I managed to isolate a single, non-naturally occurring chemical compound that wasn't there before. What was it? Some exotic toxin from a different hemisphere? I wish. I ran it through every available database we have access to. And even a few I only sort of have access to through some friends. Not only does it not match any known poison, it doesn't match the chemical makeup of any registered compound. So, a designer drug. That seems to be the best explanation. What the hell did you do, David? You said it didn't match any registered compound. What about compounds that aren't registered? Those friends of yours, private sector folks. Yeah, I'm in pharmaceuticals. If one of them patented a new compound, a new drug, what would keep its formula from going on the record? In the private sector, intellectual privacy is the norm, so you're expected to protect your research aggressively. Patient first. Find a use later. Yeah, a patient would have to at least describe your compound in brief, but depending on what country you fell in. I've heard it may be considered prudent to keep the actual chemical makeup off the record. I'm all out of lock-in. I'm all locked out. No! I also love how whenever I click off Chrome to check on something, Twitch completely dies. Oh, that's so bad. It is lagging so bad then. Oh no. Oh no, that's so bad. But I believe in you, Hedgehogism. Be a good girl and lock in. Smart. Using international IP law as your own personal minefield. How, sir? Whenever you're ahead, patent as much as you can, as fast as you can, but bury the formula so no one knows where it's safe to walk. Tired Einstein be like, me equals MC tired. That's so funny. Is Einstein reference MC squared? ME equals MC tired. Good joke, good job. Yes, bus gets out with enough force to level a building. Mission accomplished. Yippee! Anybody small and ambitious comes along, finds a new drug they're excited about. You flip up your card, let them know you came up with the idea years ago. And that you'll give them death by 1,000 court dates if they so much as blink. Wouldn't work on anyone your size or bigger. They could punch back, but for the rest of the field. Wow, you corporate lawyers are scary. I'm not a corporate lawyer. So you came up with that strategy just now. So it's possible that this poison is actually a known substance. Similar that the hospital could have easily identified, or something. If I were rich, I'd hire 2 dudes just to follow me around and just agree with whatever I say with mobster voices like, yeah, you tell them, boss lady! Glorified yes men, but more whimsical in 1930s. Yeah, that would be actually really great, honestly. That would be really great. That would make life so fun. That would make life so much more fun if you just had someone constantly being like that. Like, you just have those goons walking around with you. Just a whole bunch of henchmen, a whole bunch of goons. Gooning all day. If it wasn't considered a trade secret, yes, unfortunately, that is a possibility. Still, just because a drug is new, that doesn't mean it's original. I love having goons around me. Goons just gooning around. Maybe I'll even join in on the gooning with my goons. Is this joke getting old yet? Yeah, in today's context, that sure is something. That sure is something. It's funny how words change meaning over time. It is. Does the effect that this compound had remind you of any other drug? Maybe one that's prescription only, or a controlled substance. One you might know by another name, but with a patented structure. Sorry, sweetheart. It's a general depressant. There are a lot of drugs that have that effect on the body, and they come in all shapes and sizes, from all kinds of places. If the effect was unremarkable, what about its strength? Also, I love how they use the word unremarkable in medicine. Like, I think it's so funny. I remember getting a scan done, and they said that, like, you know, whatever was done was unremarkable, meaning that there's nothing basically wrong. But I just think it's such a funny way to say that there's nothing wrong. It's unremarkable. I'm like, you're calling my head unremarkable? Thank you very much. That's so rude. I want to write a script of something in the 30s just so I can write the joke of some dude saying, "Me and my goons." And I can say that because it's the 1930s, so it's not weird. And I'm gonna show you the business. Yeah, that would be actually really funny. That would be funny. Medicine is like borderline magic. It literally is. Medicine is modern day magic, in my opinion. Unless you're a little mage like me, then there's actual magic. But medicine is practically magic. I hope I get cancer and the doctors go like, "Yo, this shit bussin'!" /J. That would be insane. But also, it would be the opposite of unremarkable, yeah. Could you estimate how much of the stuff he had on his body, all told? Not precisely, no, but not without detailed knowledge on his half-life, but I guess that it must have been about 20 milligrams. Is 20 milligrams a lot? Not really. Yeah. Not for a medicine, so this wasn't just an overdose of something relatively harmless then. No, not if 20 mil was enough to crash his entire nervous system. Cause of death. Were you able to determine the cause of death? Well, cause of death, sure. We got that much figured out, at least. Why doesn't that sound particularly reassuring? Dr. Shaw died of respiratory failure. Honestly... Nah, I can't say that, never mind. Tell me, Doc, how peak is my disease? I'm afraid it's Sonic Adventure 2 subs. Doctors should honestly just start describing stuff like that. They should. It would make their job so much more fun. Does the Sonic Adventure cover art pose as a flat line? /jerking. You should... Yeah, no, that's funny. That should go into a comedy skit, 100%. That should. I love her so much. I love her piercings, and she's so purpley-ish. Oh, she's maroon. She's so like, oh, burgundy actually. She's so cool. I love her pink eyes. I love her centipede tattoos so much. I love her. I love her so much. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. Not enough oxygen in the blood. Not enough blood going to the brain. Oh, she works in a morgue. She's so necromantical. Root cause being widespread depression of the central nervous system. What would the symptoms be? What would it have looked like? To be fair, I did the pose for my graduation picture, so I may as well do it as I die. That's true. Honestly, that's pretty epic. I need a lady to stare at my eyes as she holds a knife to my throat. Who the hell said that? /jerking. Jumps out a window. Wow, you're revealing a lot about yourself, Hedgehoggers. So don't forget, this is on the internet forever. You're gonna see this in like 30 years and be like, why did I say that? Someone clip that. Make it even more permanent. Uploads it to my YouTube channel as a short. I've drawn things. I ain't got nothing to hide. That's true. Honestly, yeah, same. Honestly, yeah. I'm a faceless artist. Nothing has any consequence. Ha 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 ha. This is so true. Honestly, same. I'm a faceless VTuber. I literally don't have a face. Where's my face gone? Where's my face? Oh my god, someone stole my face. Why did they steal my skin? My likeness? Is this an AI? Is this an AI thing? They stole my likeness. Screw AI. I hate AI. Anyone else who hates AI? The best part about never doing a face reveal, nor a voice reveal. That's true. That is true. My voice has been on the internet for like over a decade, so it's fine. I'm used to it. Lightheadedness followed by something. Then headaches, slurred speech, exhaustion, loss of consciousness, and finally, respiratory arrest. Report shows that the EMTs tried intubation, then resuscitation through electrical stimulation, repeatedly. By the time he got to the emergency room, they were desperate enough to attempt direct artificial blood oxygenation, but it was too late. And you're certain of all of this? Well, most of it, sweetie. Oh, she's so fruity. Most of it? Yeah, it's turned into quite the puzzle, and I'm used to having more pieces to start with. I was surprised a man as rich and famous as him didn't have any kind of biomes, but his fell sure. He wasn't a viable candidate for modding. Yeah, that's right. Without that kind of first-hand tech, we don't have nearly as much data as we'd like. But he was extensively monitored from the moment the EMTs arrived. We're very certain about our conclusion. Did you find anything else unusual about his body in your examination? I remember when I had a face. What? I got better. Yay! I used to have a bullshit YouTube channel when I was 10 that had my face all over it, but I nuked it as soon as I remembered it existed, and any trace of its existence is gone. Any social media post mentioning it, it may as well never existed. Oh, damn. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. My stuff's still out there somewhere floating in the void. But, like, yeah, it do be like that. It do be like that. Unfortunately, there is traces of mine. But yeah, it is like that. But I learned that I had a gigantic buck teeth as a wee lass. It looked like Mater from Cars. Oh, that's so funny. I'm so sorry. You got dealt, you did not get dealt the best hand as a kid. That is funny. That is so funny. Cuts or bruises? No injection sites. Nothing in any cavities. Nothing at all. Thank you, Yumi. Oh yeah, oh what? Oh gosh.
Tell an embarrassing story.
You redeemed 2 of them! I didn't even get back to you! Now I have to think of 2 of them. Okay, I'm thinking. Stares at you like a king at his gesture? Okay, I'm thinking. Okay. I have one that's not necessarily embarrassing, but it's questionable, okay? It's very questionable. Okay. I'm drinking water, I'm gonna say it. Okay. Dox yourself for fun, /J, please don't. Yeah, I ain't doing that. Well, to be fair, I could. I live in a, little mage hut in a land far, far, far away. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And I like brewing potions for fun, and this is actually true. I used to do that when I was younger as well. But yeah. Anyway. I'm trying to think of something embarrassing stories. I would love to do an, ARG where somebody can steal my debit card info, and as soon as somebody found it, I would immediately cancel it. That would be funny. That would be funny, but also, oh god. The timing on that would be really difficult. Imagine you're asleep and then all your money is gone. Embarrassing story. I'm thinking. Okay, this isn't really embarrassing, but it's also kind of just like, oh, what the heck? Okay, so when I was a kid, right? When I was a wee little mage, okay, and we were having a lovely little mage banquet for all the new mages. And fun fact, I do have a sibling, actually. And she was at the table with all the other mages. And I decided it would be really funny because we were having, were basically having apple juice. And I was like, oh my god, because I was probably like, I don't know, 6 or 7 at the time. And I thought it would be great to try and trick my sibling into drinking something that wasn't apple juice. You can see where this is going. So I put some bodily mage fluids into a cup, and it looked exactly the same as the juice, and she drank it and spat it out, and then I revealed, haha, that wasn't apple juice, and I got in a lot of trouble. Yeah. So there you go. That's something. That most people probably wouldn't say. I only have 4 books to my name. Haha, no. Our LMA or certified banger. Thank you. Would have done the same. Yeah, yeah, happened a lot. No, very, very normal sibling things, especially between mages. Like, I'm telling you, we could have blown each other up with the spells that we can conjure, because most of my spells turn into explosions, but we're not going to talk about that. I need more practice. But yeah, that was a funny little thing. You know how, there's that one guy called Jesus or something, and, like, you can turn water into wine and stuff? Yeah, no, I did that with, I turned water into bodily fluids. Yeah, so, anyway. That's my spell. So that's one embarrassing-esque related thing. I'm trying to think of another thing now. I'll get back to you in a second, I swear. Of course, sir. You ready to view the body? We could skip it, if you want. I know most people get squeamish around corpses. Yeah, that. Yeah, Morgan totally gets squeamish about corpses, even though she's killed like 6 people. I always get a kick out of telling people my childhood stories with siblings, because whenever I see their faces turn around from curiosity to, oh my god, are you okay, is so fun. Yeah. I may be traumatized for life, but at least I can get a kick out of it. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, same. There is a lot. Turning lemons into lemonade. Yeah. 100%. Ads? I'm so sorry, you've been taken to the ad realm. Hee. Oh, shouldn't be a problem. Oh. Okay then, let's get started. Alright, I'll just step out for a moment to give you some privacy. Yes, please. Thank you. The last time we talked was on Sunday. You were complaining. I remember that. It's the principle of the matter. Right. You had ordered this cheap piece of shit sculpture or something by mistake. If I can't forget trauma, I may as well have fun with it. Yeah, exactly. And I agree. Because the truth or the reality of things is everyone goes through some sort of trauma or some sort of traumatizing events. And, you know, it's part of life, unfortunately, but everyone has their own experiences. That's why I don't go to therapy. I'll lose all my comedic material / joking. Nah, you definitely weren't. It does help, though. It does help. Highly recommend it if anything gets too much for you. I mean, yeah. It's good. Even us wee little mages need psychologists and therapists every now and then. And it came damaged, and you wanted to send it back for a refund. Thank you for the food! I'm actually so hungry, I can't wait to eat after this.
Throw some food my way.
I'm gonna conjure up a burger or something. Actually, I'm gonna make ramen. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the pretty lady. I love pretty women. I gently reminded you how, with your salary, it was literally not worth your time. And I kindly offered to throw it out for you, since you're having so much trouble letting go. You're only offering because you want to see how loud it sounds shattering at the bottom of my trash can. I denied it, even though you were right and it was obvious. I should have let you have that one. I thought that he would look different. But he looks exactly the same as I remember. His skin is pale and he's very still. But his face is the same. His hair, his hands. You were expecting something more drastic. The last time I saw him, he was alive. This is true. I'm excited to go home because then I can eat. Yay! That would be epic. Technically, I can go home at any time, but why in God's name would I do that before I have to? Yeah, that's true. You do have some stuff to do, unfortunately. Yo, 69 stars! Let's go! 69, that's the funny number, huh? It is. Hee hee, 69, 6, 7, 21. What else is there? There's a lot of funny numbers. I need to stretch more. I still have to think of another embarrassing story as well. I really gotta think. I need to think of some and write them down so I don't get stunted when I'm on the spot. I was with my mum once and I chuckled at something that said 69 and my mum asked why I found 69 funny, and that was probably the most mortifying moment of my life. That would be. I lied and said it was an inside joke between friends because I fear if I explained it she would simply pass away. Oh, your mum sounds really innocent. That's very sweet though. He smiled and he told me he would see me soon. Now he is dead. Something is gone. And I can't find the difference. I'm trying to look harder, but I think I might just not be capable of it. And I wonder why. Why I was created to not be capable. It's like when she asked me, hedgehogism, what is a furry? To this day, I don't know where she heard that. Oh no. Your mum is starting to see the internet. It's starting to bleed into her life. The horrors. The absolute horrors. Could be an issue of a skill. Or maybe it's not something that can be seen no matter how hard you look. But it's there. I guarantee it. I've seen the transition enough times to be sure between life and death. The distinction has significance. To the dead, at the very least. You're going to smirk? Here? Now? I'll pay the fine. That's not the issue. Why is she smirking in a morgue? Classic Morgan. Were you expecting me to fall to pieces? Real boys grieve in all kinds of ways. Pinocchio. And some don't grieve at all, it seems. I am a cold woman. Sorry to disappoint. The hell? Why the hell won't this thing light? Adonai! You have your cigarette backwards. Elevator. She was trying to smoke the filter. That ain't gonna work. I was gonna joke that I would be such a cool grandma because I'm so epic and base, but then I remember who my siblings are and I generally don't think they should breed, and I'm asexual, so I think this is the end of the line. Yeah, it might be. And that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. My family probably won't continue either. Probably. Maybe. We'll see, actually. We'll see. But, like, yeah. It do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. Alright. That's back into the cold storage for him, sir. Need anything else? Can you send me the chemical makeup of that compound you isolated? Sure, for what it's worth. Let me just... It's got carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen with hexagonal structures. But it's missing estrogen. So it's organic, but there's a number of metallic elements too. And if you had to speculate on its intended use based on what we know of its structure, well, it's certainly acted like a depressant, binding to receptor pathways and affecting the balance of neurotransmitter reuptake. Depressants are pretty rare in the designer drug scene. Then again, my family history is mostly murderers and con artists, so maybe that's for the best. Yeah, maybe. But also, you're not that, and you're pretty epic, and I think if you wanted to continue it in the future for your epicness, I believe you should. Thousands of generations, and it all comes down to a transgender lesbian asexual furry with the intelligence of a baked potato. That is an interesting way of summarizing it, that is. But that's kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. But also, you're the best transgender lesbian asexual furry with the intelligence of a baked potato that ever was. So, I think that's pretty epic. True, people are always looking for a higher high, or a crazier trip, but a more powerful depressant will just make you fall asleep. Not much need to hit up the grey market for that kind of experience. Gwumber! Oh my god, it's Gwumbo again! And he died again. Gwumber, why do you keep dying? Buddy, we gotta talk about this. We actually gotta talk this out. Oh, hehehe. No, there's not. I see. Thanks again. You've been extremely helpful during a very difficult time. Hey, anything you need? Give me a ring. That's very generous. Rockford's orders got me on calls. We're already getting overtime for the whole weekend. Glad to hear it. Goodbye, Yumi. And goodbye to you, Greenie. My name is Sarah. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Pretty women, pretty women. 2:13 p.m. July 1st, 2086. Actually, haha, we're actually saving. We're gonna leave it off there for now. And go over to the just chatting screen. Because I think that's a good place to leave it off until the next stream. We've basically nearly been streaming for 2 hours anyway. I still need to think of an embarrassing story, since you did redeem that, so don't worry, I'm not going anywhere until I say that. I have an idea to make an alternate account called Evil Hedgehogism, and it's just me reposting everything I post to my main, but just occasionally adding the word evil. That would be pretty funny. You should do that, you should. Oh, my little Chris mouse. Boop, 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 boop. I remember once I was yapping with a really cool lady at a convention, and she left. She called me pink, and, well, I fell in love. Aww. That's cute, that's cute. Sorry, I wasn't here a bunch. Train traffic was crazy. That's all good, that's all good. Thank you for tuning in anyway. It always makes things so much more fun when people tune in. So thank you all so much for being such wonderful, wonderful little starbies. I can't wait to see more of you in the next stream. Hehehe. I gotta think of an embarrassing story though, and I'm trying to think really hard, but my little meat computer's not working right now, but I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, it's the 7 souls! Thank you for the determination!
Hedgehogism just conjured the 7 souls.
I have been filled with all the energy in the universe. The 7 souls are talking to me. Embarrassing story. Embarrassing story. Embarrassing story. Okay, I have an embarrassing story, but it's also,
Hedgehogism
actually,
just
do I?
conjured Voidella.
Well, thank you for throwing myself at myself. We love self. Beep. I need to think. Okay, so you see, I can be very awkward with social cues, okay? Very, very awkward with social cues. Like right now, actually. I'm trying to think of a story. Give me some topics. Hedgehogism, throw some topics at me and to kickstart my brain so I could think of maybe a story to go with one of those topics. Anything. Literally anything. Pretty please. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Women, oh, girls, ladies, madams, okay, it's all coming to me. It's all coming to me. I think it's all coming to me now. Oh, no, I already said that one. I've already said that one. Lesbian knowledge. Lesbian knowledge. Yes, this is true. This is true. Oh gosh, most of these are like way too TMI to say on any streaming platform, unfortunately. Um, I am thinking, I am thinking. Ah! Okay, I don't know, but like, there's been a lot of times where it's not even embarrassing really, but like, there's been a lot of times where I've been on the bus and I've always like, I've like sat down next to like very, very pretty women and I don't know what to do and I get really flustered, but I don't say anything because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be all creepy. I'm just a girl on a bus trying to get somewhere, a little magical bus. But I'm like, the woman next to me is so pretty and I want to compliment her, but I don't know how. And then I get really, really flustered and I keep, I don't know, I like get really, really shy and I don't say anything and then she leaves and then I'm like, no, I should have said something. I should have said something. But there's also been like other times where I have actually said something and it's just awkwardness. It's just like nothing is said and we just stare at each other for a bit and then it's so awkward. It's so awkward. Um, yeah, like you have to like very much like try to feel the room and see if it's a good time to talk or not. I remember once I was with a group and they tried to cue me to leave them alone so they could smooch or whatever, and they were like, gee, Hedgie, free as a crowd, huh? And I was like, oh, don't worry, I don't mind. That's what I would do as well. Yeah, that is what I would do as well. Very recently, yeah, I was like, a similar thing did happen to her, where a woman was like, "Don't worry, insert name. Don't worry, Voidella. I can be your strong, muscly woman in 20 years." I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what else to say. Just like, okay, sure, sure. Wild thing to say anyway, but yeah. Real, anytime I compliment somebody, I have the urge to run away like a scared deer. I'm so normal. Yeah, no, me too, me too. Me too, me too. Some people are just so pretty, and I want to say so many things to them, but then I also don't want to be creepy and like come across creepy, even though I'm just a pretty gal on a bus, just like the other pretty gals. But yeah, it is what it is. Life is like that sometimes, but also then you miss your opportunity and you never see them again, and then wow, I forgot which all my buttons are. But then yeah, you never see them again, and it's so sad. It's so sad. So Voidella without a hat is still so cursed. Where my hat go? No one's used to that. I've had people compare me to a frightened baby deer the way I be scared all the time, and well, they aren't wrong. That is understandable. Very understandable. Because that's the thing, right? Okay. Okay, that's the thing. I've realized that, like, usually I have quite a bit of confidence, especially when it comes to trying to, like, I don't know, get to know ladies and things, trying to get to know women. But there's been a lot of times recently where, like, I'm like, yeah, I got this. And I'll go up to, like, you know, someone that obviously, like, I'm trying to date or whatever. And I'll like try to say something and then I just freeze up and get super, super flustered and I can't say anything. I go nonverbal. I just blush a lot. And I'm like, what happened to all my confidence a second ago? Where did that all go? And that did happen recently. That did happen recently when I was trying to like, you know, um, get a little bit, get to know this girl basically. And I just I was like being super romantic and everything, and then she said something, and she looked so pretty, and my brain shut down, and all my confidence vanished. And she very much took control of the situation. And I was like, oh, that's so embarrassing. Look, I'm Void. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Slash ref. Oh my god, is that a Flowey reference? Is that a Flowey? I feel like Flowey would say howdy a lot. I feel like he would. I get flustered and start stuttering, reading fan fiction. I ain't never getting a girlfriend. Yeah, I stutter a lot. They make my brain shut down. Incorrect buzzer? No! What reference was it? Oh, thank you for the food.
Hedgehogism just
I love
conjured
food
throw
so
some
much.
food my
I
way.
love food. It was Toy Story. That makes sense. When the shark steals Woody's hat and goes, "Look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy." Okay, I haven't watched Toy Story in so long, like a decade. So that makes sense. I have forgotten my roots. Okay, anyway, we should probably end the stream. But thank you. I hope that all of that rambling somewhat sufficed for embarrassing story. Unfollowed, block, /joking. No, please don't block me. I have so much more to say, and so many more things, and I want all of my beautiful, all the wonderful people that come to my streams to have epic fun time. And you won't be able to have epic fun time if you block me. We must get to 100,000 scrubbillions. I don't even know what that is. We must get all the followers, all the subscribers. We need to get everyone to have an epic fun time. Get a yummy snack. Thank you. I will settle for it. Okay. This is true. 400 billion mage bucks. Heck yeah. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. You are all absolutely amazing and wonderful, and I hope that you all have a beautiful Friday, Friday night, Friday morning, wherever you are in the world, and a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And until next time, moi. Goodbye, everyone. Farewell. Bye. I'm off to stare at my computer doing nothing. No, you got this. Lock in, girl. Be a good girl and lock in. You got this. Okay, bye. Bet. Yes, boss. Good girl. Bye.